Now let's look at this phase 2 of Edward Bach that we've isolated for the client, for the graphics as well as the rank domain graphics and all these unique things, the unique competitive analysis. The competitive analysis, you can run the competitive analysis in a couple of different phases, but generally speaking, I try to do it by at least phase 1, and I will oftentimes check the if I'm dealing with a client of VOMA, I will do a mini white paper generator for competitive analysis as well. But I might do another one depending upon the situation, usually in phase 1. Right now we're in phase 2. Okay, view all clusters. Let me remind you where we are. We're in phase 2, Floralife, Edward Bach. I don't want to slide over this point. Okay, you have all the new competing websites for this. It's a whole other topic. But I don't want to slide over. The reason you do phase 2, look at this. Stress management is a vertical related to this, which makes sense. Bach flower remedies, right? You're stressed out, take flower remedies. Bach flower essences. This is the reason you do a phase 2 and separate everything out. You can see there's a relationship to things that you maybe didn't think about before. Remember that list of emotions back here on the import list? Okay, and we weren't sure which one to go for because the client has so many. Stress management should be highlighted. Okay, remember that. You can even copy and paste that on a sheet of paper if you want for a later date. You can do all those kinds of things. Okay, so let's zoom back out here for a second because I just want you to, I want to point out what we're actually trying to do here. During the different phases, we are trying to separate everything that you did in the VOMA, or VOMAs if you have more than one, into unique topics. And you're going to keep all of the topics of flower essences, all the topics of Dr. Edward Bach, all the topics of Edward Bach, and you might even blow this away later on if the client's not interested in it. Let's blow that away now, because that was kind of a mistake. I might keep Dr. Edward Bach as a breakaway. But the point is that these clusters are going to be, phase 1 is going to be only Edward Bach to show the client, because you should have defined that with him, with your client, in the process. Okay? But in phase 2, you're not going to do any. You're not doing the sandbox brainstorming like you did in VOMA. You're just going to stay with the concept of Edward Bach because you've dealt with the client. You know what the product and/or service is. You know what the issues are on the website. Okay, you've done all the drill downs. This is your opportunity based on client input to create and prepare for phase 3. By phase 3, you're pretty much going to know what your, like for example, Dr. Edward Bach, I would drill into right here. Because we're preparing for the blueprint, and you have to know your synonyms. Okay? We're going to use this as a demo. The most difficult thing about Krakken is to understand how keyword generation only versus your search engine improvement synonyms work to influence the blueprint. I'm going to explain that very clearly, and I'm going to use Edward Bach as an example. Probably get to that in the next video, but just suffice it to say that we're going to keep on topic. And the topics might be slightly based, have different modifiers or different intentions based on your client. It's not a one-stop shop here. Let's go ahead and view all themes for the cluster. We now have Dr. Bach and Edward Bach. Okay, and this cross-theme cluster domain market share is going to be on topic because we're developing our Sonomic net. Okay, this has no total search market value, but it does have traffic. We know that. So go ahead and go back into Edward Bach. At this point, we're no longer VOMA brainstorming. I'm repeating myself, I know, but this is a process that is good to know. Okay, and I don't think we have Dr. Bach by himself. Let's go ahead and drill down. We're not using search engine improvement synonyms yet, guys. That's only going to happen in phase 3 when you're really sure what's going down. Do not use these yet. Okay, go ahead and click continue. Okay, just you're done choosing the synonyms now. You're not going to make any synonyms. Okay. Now, sometimes it's worth drilling into these as well. It's really kind of up to you. Let's go view all themes with the cluster. But you should have, if you're still looking for topical relationships to Edward Bach, Dr. Edward Bach, we've done a lot of that in the VOMA because these are really pretty small categories. When you're dealing with verticals like really broad keywords, these clusters of phase 2 are going to be much larger. Notice that flower essences are way up here, stress relief and stress management. That's very interesting. That means that there's a very close tie to the general market, and the strongest emotion and or pain is stress being treated with this product. And the client's going to see that when you present him with this really nice graphic in his $2,000 report, or whatever you end up charging for it. Notice that this is a niche. When we come back, we'll set up flower essences in the same way.